G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jono. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we go any further, please hit like and subscribe. You can also head to my website, jonosguitar.com.au for some Kemper Profiles. Now, behind me is a Marshall JCM900. So come on, let's go. Bring the hate. If you are anything like me, you grew up in the 90s playing guitar and listening to Green Day and Blink-182. And unbeknownst to me at the time, a lot of the tones on those sorts of bands, you know, they used multiple amps, absolutely. I know for a fact that Blink-182, Tom used either dual or triple rectifiers, as well as this, the Marshall JCM900. And it's definitely been a nostalgic experience with this amplifier. I literally can't play it. This amplifier has a reputation of being absolute trash. The worst thing that Marshall ever did. How could they? It's not even all tube. It was meant to be this next evolution of the 800 in terms of gain, because, you know, a lot of people modded their 2203s or their 2205s, and Marshall's like, oh well, people need more gain. So Marshall they stuck a bunch of LEDs, op amps, clipping diodes, whatever you want to call them, all those sorts of things into the front end of this amp, called it the JCM900. Personally, I can get behind both things. Tube purity, I can absolutely get behind that, because nothing beats that thump and thud and warmth and feel and you know, emotion of a pure tube amplifier. But also, this amp just sounds great. So I don't really care what's in the front end, and if it's LEDs or whatever that are doing the gain staging, but it still gives that, you know, nostalgic and emotive and good tube feel at the end product. I'm totally okay with that. There have been a couple of different model numbers of the JCM900. Two notable ones are the 4500 and the 4100. Here we have the JCM900. This is the 4100 model, 100 watt high gain dual reverb. Now we have a shared EQ, which is presence, bass, middle and treble. And then you have two masters, reverb and master for each channel, channel A and channel B. And then you have the preamp controls for A and B down here. For some unknown reason, the gain channel, the lead gain, that preamp goes up to 20, and the gain on the clean channel only goes up to 10. Inside this amp, it looks like any other Marshall. You got four power amp tubes. These ones are 5881s, and you got three preamp tubes, ECC83s. But specifically in this amplifier, only one of those tubes, preamp tubes, is doing the gain stage. The other two tubes are doing different jobs. The clean channel of this amp is very, very usable. It's a very wide range of gain. You can go from really, really clean and fat and round if you play with the EQ to kind of crunching it up a little bit. Oh no, especially on the humbucker with this guitar. You could even try and play the Forbidden Riff if you want. Sometimes, you know, in amps that I've had in the past, you can have a really good clean tone, but then you struggle to match the volume when you switch to distorted tone. But on this amp, with the dual masters and dual reverb controls on each master, you can absolutely really match your clean channel volume and your distorted volume. Back onto the distorted channel. Now, this amp is plenty loud, doesn't quite have that immediate attack and, you know, punch of my JCM900 2203, but it's plenty loud enough, and you can absolutely kind of get to that, you know, punk rock, grunge rock kind of thing. It's not quite as tight as, you know, maybe an equivalent Mesa or whatever Mesa we're making at the time, but it's a really cool and fun sound to play. All right, that's enough rambling from me. I hope you enjoyed the punk rock tones. This amp is very fun. It just does that thing, that one thing in a Marshall-y way. It's very punk rock and grunge rock, and yeah, it's just a good time. Last thing to mention, if you've made it this far through the video, all those tones you've heard were the JCM900 profiled through my Kemper. I will do a video with the JCM900 mic'd up, but I just had so much fun making the profiles that I'm like, I'm just vibing this tone, so let's throw it up there. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Please hit like and subscribe if you feel inclined. You can also go to my website, johnny'sguitar.com.au for some Kemper Profiles, and I'll see you on the next video.